Good morning to everyone who is watching me this hour and time. I want us to ponder over some words of scripture. But what I have for us this hour and time is, who are you? Who are you? It's a statement that people put across to others. Maybe some would ask, you don't know who I am. So I ask, who are you? That is what I want us to ponder this hour and time. God knows you more than you know yourself. That is one thing. And I'm so glad that Paul, the apostle, who was once called Saul, who was persecuting Christians, in his time got welcomed in a very special way. If you know the story of Saul, who became Paul, persecuting Christians from one way to another, from one town to another. But this man, at a point in time, was arrested by Christ himself, and he gave his life totally to Christ. And in response to giving his life to Christ, in Galatians 2:20, he says that it's no longer I that live, but Christ that liveth in me. And that is what I want you to think about. That it's no longer you that is living, but Christ that liveth in you. Is it true with Paul that you can say it's no longer I that liveth, but in me? There is a chorus that we used to sing in those days, and we still sing it. It's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me. It's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me. He lives, he lives. Jesus is alive in me. It's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me. Can you confidently say that it's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me? And this brings to mind a story that was told about a man who was living for himself and for his friends, doing all that you can think about. And he was labeled a notorious man right here in Africa. North Africa is where that man lived. And he is nobody but Saint Augustine with his people that goes about doing what young men should not do, was met by Christ. He did not meet Christ, but he was met by Christ. And he surrendered his life totally to Christ. So there and then, he decided to, meditate more on that and go Christ's way. So his friends have been looking for him. And one time they saw him walking by, and they shouted, Augustine, Augustine. Three times they called. Then suddenly, when he turned, he told them, it's not I. It's not I, but Christ. Why he is saying it's not I, but Christ? It's according to Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. It's no longer I that liveth, but Christ that liveth in me. That was Augustine's simple message to his friends. And I knew by that some would by all means come to Christ. Because I've experienced it, that some of my friends, seeing what has happened to me, in me, and around me, decided to also choose Christ and live for Christ. Who are you living for? Augustine said, it's not I, but Christ. This hour and time, I want us to look at what God has for us in His Word, in the book of beginning, the book of Genesis, chapter number 1, from verse 26 through to 28. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Verse number 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And the question we're still pondering over is, who are you? Somebody could give a whole lot of description to who he is or who she is, because of where he is and what she has, and so on and so forth. The question still goes, who are you? Think about this and ponder over this. Here is Augustine saying to his friend, it's not I, but Christ that liveth in me. So he explained everything to these friends. And that brought a turnaround in the life of some of his friends. I have experienced it this morning. I want you to think it through. Who are you? You were created in God's likeness and in God's image. You have dominion over all things. You were created by God for God to live here on earth. But when men fell into sin, did what was not pleasant to God, God through many ways and many means wanted to bring man to himself. The one that was final was sending his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, into this world to come, suffer, and die. But the third day he rose again. We all celebrated this Easter not long ago. in our own homes, but not in the church, as we usually do. Christ was sent to suffer and die in your place, in my place, in our place. That everlasting life that he has in store for us must be our portion. John 3:16 is the word that you and I must hold. Who are you? Who am I? I am a nobody. But Christ wants to make you a somebody, a child of the King. He wants to make you a somebody. So all that is expected from you is to take a step of faith, come to him. And he has promised in his word. He says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. The rest that Christ gives everyone that comes to him is an eternal rest. Rest here on this earth and rest after this earth. We all saw it or heard it. How so many thousands of people were dumped into big holes after their death. It's appointed unto man once to die, but after this death, judgment. I am justified because I have received Christ. Are you justified? You did not just come into this world for nothing, by nothing. Like I always said, 40,000 plus sperms were struggling to be fermented and born into this world. But you and I won the race. It's by grace. And for 9 months, we were in a woman's womb. And at the appointed time, we were born into this world. Why are you here? And who are you? And where are you going when you die? It's a privilege and an honor to be born into this world, but it's for a purpose. To justify your inclusion. It's simple. It's not training, running around like a footballer who wants to justify his inclusion. So he will try several, styles and tricks every day in and day out. By this time, he's juggling. He's training because he wants to be included. So to justify his inclusion, he must practice. But we only have to take a step of faith. Come to him just as we are. He shed the blood on the cross for you and I. It's just for you to come, just as you are. That is why in John 11, Matthew 11:28, it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That rest is here on earth and in heaven. Come just as you are. He is ready to receive you and make a brand new person out of you. Stop thinking and stop reasoning. Come just as you are. That is what the word says. I ran to him just as I was. Surrendered my all to him. And I'm living for him. And I will forever live for him. Here on earth is the place for us to justify our inclusion. Do not say, it's God who brought me into this world. So whatever he wants to do, he must do it. Paul the apostle knew that he was going the wrong way. So he gave his life to Christ. My brother, my sister, listening to me this morning. If God is all you have all you need. That is my word for you this morning. If God is all you have all you need here on earth and in heaven. So Christ is calling you. Come just as you are. He will cause a turnaround in your life and make a difference in your life. Come just as you are. And he will take absolute control of your life. All you need is a total surrender. Leaving nothing. Put your hand behind you and then come. Holding something in your arms or in your hand and bringing your face to him. He wants you to come just as you are. And he will give you rest. That is all you need this hour and time. Wherever you are and whoever you are. Come. And you will make a somebody out of a nobody. You will make a somebody out of a nobody. Everlasting life is with him. And everlasting life is free. Come and you will never regret it. God richly bless you for listening. Amen.